have a team. And it's important to honestly be accessible, be memorable. I believe that it's a part of building your brand identity. Some people may not be familiar with what that is, but if you pay attention to some of the larger corporations and you pay attention to how they brand themselves, they always have a simple domain name, McDonald's.com, or, some people even leverage other things like hamburger.com or, HomeDepot.com, whatever your brand name is. You want to have a website address that follows in that same vein because it makes you memorable, right? When you think about your identity, people remember your face, right? So your logo is your face. Your domain name is like, adding on an earring or a necklace to the picture that you've already presented within your business. So I'm excited. We got 10K cards back. 10K cards. Me and Coach been holding it down for you.
Love it, love it, love it, love it. No, it started driving. I'm on the way to Starbucks because every morning I have a little date with my 1-year-old. Take her to Starbucks. She have her little milk. And we have our little bonded moments. It's so funny, Boogie. Everything that I'm wearing, I have 5 kids. 2 girls, 3 boys. The boys, I'm teaching them all how to hunt, and I'm gonna basically help them with their start in their building their empires. And everything I'm working so hard for is basically to be left for the girls. And the reason for it is very simple.
I believe
one of the most damaging thing a woman can tell a guy at a low point is, you ain't shit, your daddy give it to you. That can completely mess the guy up. But if you tell a girl you ain't shit, your daddy give it to you, she's not as bothered as if you tell a guy that. And also, I studied the numbers in the birthdays very well. And my 1-year-old actually is the one of all my kids, of the 2 girls, that's actually wired to take over the empire that I'm creating right now. So when she gets to the age of 80 years old, if she so desire, the company will be hers to carry on. If not, then we just dissolve it and we donate a bunch of money towards charity and get them a nice start. Because one thing we'll learn as we get older is it's never about the money, it's about the person you've become. And it's about the skills you've acquired. Because you drop me anywhere, Boogie, I'll find a way to make $1. Ain't nothing too complicated. What's your view on that?
I don't know if you understand the gem that you just dropped, but it sounds like you look into their numbers. Is that like numerology?
So one of my special skills are God has blessed me about 6-7 years ago with showing me the meaning of the numbers in the birthday. And I've mastered my numbers: leadership, communication, hard work, and compassion. When is your birthday, Boogie?
You need my full birthday?
Yeah, your full birthday.
5/12/85.
Okay, so 5/12/85. The 5 and the 12 is equals to 8. That's your competitive nature. The best way for someone to get results out is to tell you can't do something and then walk away from you. Because you're going to go to the end of the world to prove that you can't get shit done. Also, you don't need someone pushing and motivating you. You have that natural inner motivated spirit within you that once you're clear on your outcome, you'll do whatever it takes to win. And also, as a child, you didn't take losing very lightly. Losing probably led you to tears when you were younger. But then, as we get older, we get more spiritually advanced, things can start changing. What year are you again? 19 what?
85.
Okay. So 5 and 3, 8 again. Oh my God. Boogie, you are a serious fucking competitive beast. Because the 8 shows up inside you twice. Also, you have leadership inside of you. So the leadership is there. The leadership is there, and the competition, those are your 2 strong suits. You have other features, but I'm not aware of what all the other numbers mean, but I can promise you one thing. Embrace your ability to lead and embrace that competitive edge that you have. The good news for you is nothing is going to come easy to you, but you have the energy to fucking work and fight for everything you want in life. Things that came to you, Boogie, you kind of have to fight for them. Nothing was dropped in your hands. You have to go there, earn your own shit, and that's why you'll end up keeping it. All right?
Boy,
how does that match up to who you are as an individual?
You just basically told me about myself without. Listen, you're so right. You're so right. And but I guess, with numbers, right? from my understanding, you come to a point where you experience so much that you kind of elevate above that, right? And so you learn your lessons.
That's it.
So in my mind, I'm only competing against me. You understand what I'm saying? I don't compete with anybody else. It's me versus me.
That's right.
And yeah, definitely pushing it to the limits. And you're right. I have to work hard and bust my ass and make it happen, no matter what. And yeah.
Look how I'm gonna make things. Look how I'm gonna make it such clear for you. How many siblings do you have?
I have 2 siblings. I'm the baby.
Give me one of the other siblings' birthday. I'm gonna point out some pretty cool shit to you now. Give me one of the siblings' birthday.
Okay, 5'5", 80.
5. I like this sibling. You and the sibling kind of have a lot in common. Well, no, slow down for a second. The leadership you have in common, but this sibling right here have a very loving, caring, sharing heart. And sometimes that sibling may seem to be naive or may seem to be gullible. But that sibling sees good in everyone they come into contact with. And sometimes they get taken advantage of because when you're looking at everyone as an angel, some may come out with a fucking cape or the horn on their head and surprise that sibling of yours. Did you witness that to be true at all?
Hell yeah. And it's funny because this is my older brother who I do all business with, right?
Right.
And so we do work together extremely well. And I'm kind of that discernment part of his life, and to a certain degree, because he plays hard, but he's really not. He really sees the best in people, and yeah.
He does. And here's the good news: the best way for you to penetrate him is through love. The best way to break him is through love. If you want anything from him, approach him in a very loving manner, and watch the magic. Watch how he will open up Pandora's box for you. That's number one. Number two, that natural energy that you have to drive and keep pushing, that's a complementary attitude that you have to that partnership, to that relationship. But one of the things that you want to learn as well, he has a good sense of character when he meets people. He has a very strong sixth sense as to when good shit is happening and when bad shit is coming. And when you guys are together, you want to lean in on him for that. He also want to lead into your bulldozing, steamrolling fucking attitude of getting shit done. Because he is much calm compared to you. I'll say this again. He's the calm one compared to you. But he has a very loving soul.
Yeah, he is the calm one. He's, to a certain degree, right? We kind of switch roles. We have the same, like our birthdays are a week apart. So
right.
Similar but different. And,
right.
I had to learn how to switch roles because I'm the baby. But
That's
I had to learn how to lead from where I am, even as a baby. So what you're saying is absolutely on point. Now you got to do my sisters. Only 3 of us. Come on, 10K.
Not a problem. And the reason I say this as well, his birthday is 1980. That means you have the number 9 inside of him. Would you say you have the natural ability to give beyond his means?
Absolutely.
Here's another thing. You will do more thinking before you give. You do more evaluating before you give. He will just give. But there's a secret to why I just shared that with you, sweetheart. Before I mention that unlimited giving power that he was born with, is something that I would recommend you start really studying from him. Because that's a creation of his quote-unquote good luck. His quote-unquote, let's call it good luck for conversation purposes. Because people may call him lucky. But the thing about that guy is he gives so much to the universe, it has no choice but to bring it back home to him.
You're right. And people see him as lucky, but he's definitely a giver, and he gives out of control. And I agree with you 100% because I did pick that up from him. Right?
God bless you for that, because most people don't know how to fucking accept that when you mention it to them. That's why I like to find a family member that you can actually align yourself with and see the difference in the power of giving. But when it comes to energy, you got it like that. You're the Red Bull in that relationship. You're the fucking Red Bull. Make no mistake about it. Claim that fucking power.
Absolutely. Sean, you're amazing. Oh my gosh.
Thank you, sweetheart. When is your sister's birthday?
So she's 7/6/82.
7/6/82. So 82 is like, yes, I love this girl already. Oh my God! Wow! Watch this fucking turn of events now. So 7/6/82. So that's now equals to 6 and 2. So your sister have that unconditional loving spirit like your brother. She has a competitive fight like you, but you and your brother have a natural leadership quality within you. Your sister is easier to persuade and lead into the situation as opposed to you and your brother. Because your natural ability to lead will not allow others to influence you that easy. But your sister can be influenced a little easier, and also she's a very big giver. And also she is just like you, she would fight when she believes in something, and she's not going to give up. So you guys have a nice blended family right here. Your sister's a cross between you and your brother.
Wow, that's so true. That's okay. Amazing. Wow, yeah.
The one thing your sister want to learn though, and I want you guys to really pay a little attention to this one, strengthen her ability to lead, because it's not a natural thing, and unfortunately other stronger people with bigger agendas will be able to influence her easier than you and your brother. Have you seen that to be true growing up?
Been there, done that. So my sister is a singer, and I was managing her for a time. And yeah, we've been there, done that, because she may get a contract and kind of be okay with it, but she learned through the years. Just send it to Boogie. She'll read through it. If it's some BS, she can find it in about 2 points a second. So yeah, we definitely have learned that about each other. So you are 100% on point. What they say, men lie, women lie, no, don't.
That's it. You want to hear something so funny? I got to give you a flower. You use a phrase on stage. Giving out of control. I just bought givingoutofcontrol.com, and I bought giveoutofcontrol.com.
Wow.
One of the things you want to learn from me, Boogie, anytime I hear a phrase or an idea that makes sense, I take action on it immediately. So when you mention giving out of control, I love that fucking phrase. Giving out of control.
It's my venture, Sean 10K.
What's that?
I said, so now we got to do a joint venture.
Let's do 50-50 on it. So we're going to put some ideas behind givingoutofcontrol.com, and then we're going to start a 50-50 venture where that is concerned. I will use my resources to add to the 50-50. You'll use your existing acquired resources to add to the 50-50. We'll create a new baby, and it will be called givingoutofcontrol.com.
Yes, I love it.
That's my thing right there. So
are you gonna be in New York at the clubhouse to the house?
See, I'm the first sponsor to that event. What are you talking about?
Oh, okay. Just making sure, because I gotta meet you in person, man. I can't wait. It's gonna be like my brother.
Yeah, the moment I heard about the event, I came on as a sponsor, and most importantly, I have a $10,000 product that I'm going to speak to Louis and RB, Onaj, and Hannibal about. And then once I get enough recognition for that product, I'm going to donate that product to the project that's coming. I want to listen to this for a second, Boogie. How would you like to go to an event? You scan one QR code, and that QR code is going to give you a digital card for all the ticket holders at the event. How would you like that feature?
That's amazing. That's important. Wow.
That's it. So we have created a product. It's called a networking card. It's a product that I sell at $10,000. And with that product, when you scan one QR code, you can get the 10K card of everyone at the event. So if you want to connect with someone, you can find them on the list, and you'll be able to connect with them one-on-one.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. That makes networking so much easier, because
exactly
you already have their contact information. That's
there you go. That's it. So whenever you see me in all these rooms and I'm connecting, I'm just finding a way to make things simpler and easier, man. Because to watch people run around the place fucking, give me a card, that is so time consuming. I want to buy people more time. So what
Sean, hold on. You're saving trees. You're building a green company. Like, that's amazing. I do, like, I make business cards, but I don't even like to offer that as a product anymore, because it's pointless when, there's a digital business card like 10kcards.com. Like, why waste so much paper?
That's it. Yeah. So I'm very excited. Now let me see. We have Joshua and we have Nakia on stage. Joshua and Nakia, this is a Queen first stage. Joshua, I know you completely understand that. So Nakia, how are you? Introduce yourself and let us know if you have a question regarding 10K Cards Queen or anything that we can help you with.
And welcome to Clubhouse, Nakia. I see your party hat.
There we go. Welcome to Clubhouse as well, Nakia. Your mute button is at the bottom. There you go. You found it. Welcome.
This is my first time talking on Clubhouse. Sorry, I just joined it the other day. I'm still figuring out how it works, but I love it. I'm almost addicted to it because I'm on social media, but not a lot. But when I was on a Zoom call with another with a business that I'm involved in, and when they mentioned someone using this as their platform, I'm like, what is that? So I'm also type of person that if I hear something that makes sense, I'm on it instantly. I don't feel like there's a need to waste any time. But I've been in different rooms and I'm like amazed and I never knew how to talk. And I'm like, I know this could be my platform if I just learn how to use it. But I love it because you could network with so many people all day. It's almost like a necessity. You need to stay in that mindset. But I'm just amazed. And when I first saw the digital card, I even said, I think I saw it last night. And I said to my husband, a digital, that's insane. That is so big. But just want to thank you guys. I'm here listening, just taking it all in.
You first, Queen.
I was just going to say, of course, again, welcome to the application. And definitely, you sound like you are an amazing person. I pick up vibes really easily. And I'm looking at your bio. You have a lot to give. This is definitely your app. So if you need a confirmation, sis, this is your confirmation message. Get on here and take advantage of the network and the power that is in this room. I've been on here, I think, since December, and I've learned so much. It's so much life-changing information that you can learn, and also be willing to open up and share. Like, the more you talk, the more people you can network with, and the more people begin to know, like, and trust you. And that's one of the key factors in any business. So definitely, I see that you have a business. If you don't have a website, go get a 10K card, get a Candly account, and add that to your account so that you can start doing your online business consulting and taking appointments and just adding value wherever you see fit. Wow, thank you. I will. And I know that you guys were doing the numbers, and I noticed your birthday is May. It's in May, right? May 5th, you said? May 12th. I'm May 18th. Oh, hey, girl. Hey. Hey. Oh, so you definitely got it, girl. You got it. But I'm kind of quiet most of the time. I only speak on things that I know, and that's probably the best advice I can give anybody for Clubhouse. If you don't know about it, don't speak about it. And be real and transparent with people, and people are going to resonate with that realness and, bring you value every day. Thank you.
I want just to add something to the beautiful conversation as well. By the way, Boogie, I'm driving. If ever I get stuck in the matrix or you can't hear me, just mute my ass and take over the stage.
I got you.
Yeah. So one of the things I want to mention to Nakia, the moment I heard you speak, and you said, when I see something that makes sense, I act on it. When I heard those words came out of your mouth, I copied your profile and I sent it to my team so they can get you a 10K card set up. So within an hour, we're going to set up a 10K card draft for you. We'll send it over to you. And then once you see it and you like it and you agree, it makes sense to you, then you can get the paid version. But I'm here to tell you, that what you just mentioned to me right there was one of your secrets to your success. If you see something that makes sense, take action on it immediately. I just want to put a drop in. I don't want to welcome you to Clubhouse. Once used correctly, this is going to become a gold mine for you and your business.
Thank you. Thank you. Boom, he just dropped the mic. That was a perfect example of, hey, open your mic and you talk and you be real. Blessings will come to you out of the blue. So it's here for you, sister. Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, Joshua, you still in the building?
Yeah, what's going on, family? How y'all doing today?
I'm good. Welcome to Clubhouse, man. Open up the mic and tell us who you are. Let us see how we can add some value to you today, Josh.
Shit, my name is Josh, and I'm from Louisiana, home of the best food in the world. We just recently, I just found out about Clubhouse. I'm just like Nakia. I'm brand new to this. I was invited to Clubhouse Live 2.0, and me and my wife just said, let's just go check it out. We went there, I had a great time. And I didn't know nobody else. So Sean, if I knew who you were, I went to approach you. the 10K card idea is just amazing. You know, me and my wife have to get one. We will get one. You know, because we running around giving business cards and people are like, "Where's your 10K card?" I'm like, "What is that?" Like, I don't know what that is. You know, so we would definitely get a 10K card. And my question is, where do you go to find those to learn about the numbers?
All right, so you see what Boogie started. One of the reasons I don't like to touch that topic is because the more I start speaking on it, it would be unfair to have anyone in the room leave without a conversation. So thank God it's a nice, small, intimate room and we can do that. So for me, it was very simple. I'm very good with numbers. Since I was younger, I'm always very good at mathematics. So when I was given, a Jewish friend of mine saw how I interacted and how I navigate myself in business, and he said, you seem to be a little quicker than most people. I have a very complicated game I want to give you, and if you can crack the code of this game, you'll be onto something very powerful. So I said, all right, give me the game. When he gave me the game, I looked at it for 5 minutes, and I took it into my conscious mind. And then I went and I did something completely unrelated for 24 hours. And by doing stuff completely unrelated for 24 hours, I then basically subconsciously sent to my subconscious mind. 24 hours later, when I looked at the problem, all the answer was right in front of me. All of the answers right in front of me. And this is a technique I want to share with everyone, by the way. If you want to solve a problem, consciously look at it, and then go do something completely unrelated for 24 hours. Because when you consciously look at it, your subconscious mind will take over. Your subconscious mind will go to work on the answer. And I just came back with some pretty cool answers, Joshua. And I've mastered the art of 4 numbers and 4 numbers only. Those numbers are 1, 2, 8, and 9. And the only reason I speak to those numbers, just as Boogie said, only speak on things you know. Do not utter a word of anything you suspect or anything you assume to be true, because it's going to destroy your credibility. It's going to destroy your foundation. Okay, so just something to think about.
All right, thank you, I appreciate that.
So let's talk business first, and then we get into the numbers part. What type of business you're into?
We're a student of the real estate investing. We just open out. Me and my wife just open our business, and we just get.
You're a student of the real estate investing.
Yeah.
All right. So my question is, how the hell can you afford not to have a 10K card, my brother?
I didn't know anything about it until I went to Clubhouse 2.0, and I was like, "What is a 10K card? What is a 10K card?" And people were putting their phones out. I'm like, "We have to get one of those." We so far.
That's right. But just to the benefit of the audience that was not at the event, right? How often did you hear them mention the 10K card? Hey Josh, for the benefit of the audience.
Yeah, I've never heard it until I went to Clubhouse Live. I've never heard about it. I live in a small town and I'm not on social media, so I really don't get too much information. And I was just in awe, when I knew.
That's right.
But we definitely
but thanks, man. Appreciate you. I already sent your profile to our team. They're gonna put together a draft there for you. And as soon as you're ready to upgrade, we're going to be right here for you. And the reason I ask you that question, because Boogie is going to be in New York. And the event, the 10K card product that we're going to use in the New York edition is going to be way more effective than the one that we did in Atlanta, because New York is my home. And I can't not come home to a fucking home event and not be the absolute best. And besides, it's New York, man, quote unquote, the capital of the world. So where are you going to be in? Where are you going to be in October? In October, Josh, are you going to be in New York?
No, actually, October. That's my son's birthday month, and his mom is not planning about those. All
right, so bring your mom on your let him nice little vacation, man.
Yeah, I would definitely talk to her. I know we spoke, and she told me we definitely going to Clubhouse 3.0. She's like, "You taking me there? That's you have to take me there." So.
I like that. So that's it. So here's what I want to think about. I want to get the number as to what it's going to cost you to move from your town to New York for 3 days. Because I don't believe in going anywhere for one day. It doesn't make sense. So do the math. What is it going to cost you to go to New York for 3 days? All right, that's number one. Number two, when you do the math and you find out what cost, let's come at a plan to how you can make that money. That's the conversation I can help you with. Does that sound familiar? Yeah. Because if you can do that, we will find a way, and I'll find my friends like Boogie and see how we can merge forces and get you to where you need to be, where that trip can become a possibility. Because networking is not something that you need to take lightly, my brother. If you want to survive and thrive in this world of business that we're in today, networking is an absolute must. What do you want to say to that, Boogie?
Your network determines your net worth. So definitely make sure that you go to Clubhouse, to the Real House in New York. I believe the date is October the 15th. You don't want to miss it. Joshua, I heard you say you're from Louisiana. I got family in Louisiana. I'm from Houston, Texas. And listen, yeah, I'm from the 8th. So, Houston and Texas and Louisiana, we like cousins. So and network with you. I'm still a new real estate investor. Technically, I've been investing with my family for almost 2 years. So I definitely understand where you are. And this app, that conference, is definitely going to help you take your business to the next level and help you and your wife succeed for sure. So you don't.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
You got it. Now, Melissa, we have Melissa on set. Melissa, how are you this morning, Queen?
I am great, King. How are you?
I am super amazing. Tell the audience who you are and what you do, young lady.
Hello, everyone. My name is Melissa Cole, and I'm a credit specialist. I empower and educate my community on the power of having an excellent credit profile, that which in return will give them an excellent credit score. I'm here to help in service. Thanks to Mr. Sean Lashley, I will be hosting a room called The Pitch, and it's going to be held every Wednesdays on this same room with the 10K card. And it's where businesses like yourselves can come in, pitch your business, your best elevator pitch, and actually win some prizes. And it's a fun competition. I'm looking forward to hosting it. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody come in and pitch your best elevator pitch. And it will be judged by Sean and Mr. Matthew Stanley. And come on out and see if you can win the prizes. The prize that you can win is a free MBN membership, and it's a great network. I am one of the newest members of the network. Sean is a member as well. And you win a free 10K business card. So come on out Wednesdays at 10 a.m. on the same channel. If you need to reach out to me, you can reach me at melissa10k.com. I yield my mic. Let's go!
I love that, Melissa. So just to help Melissa better present what she just mentioned, when I asked Joshua, what he do for a living, and tell him to go find a cost as to what it's going to take to get to the Atlanta trip, myself and Stan Matthew of MBM have partnered up with Melissa to create a room, and it's going to be called Improve Your Pitch. It's something to do with improving your pitch on Clubhouse. Because when you're given 30 to 60 seconds to speak on stage, you want to be as dynamic as possible. And by being a sponsor of the room that Melissa will be running 7 days a week, we are literally going to be giving up products from our company to reward the audience. And she will also get a chance to sell our product in her program at a commission. So I'm basically breaking down business 101 to everyone in the room, because I want you guys to see how simple it is to actually put the pieces together and make money together. So Joshua, when you bring that number back to me, I can see what services Boogie have available and how you can incorporate my product and Boogie's product in your existence here on Clubhouse. And you can get a cut on whatever transaction is taking place. Because if you can bring Boogie more customers, I promise you, she'll give you a cut on it. And we already, at 10K cards, already have the reputation of doing exactly that. So the goal is, how can we combine forces and start making some money together? That's what it's all about. Yep.
It really is, because I was blessed to be able to, Sean offered me that same opportunity with his company and with the network company MBN. And the more people you connect with, the better your chances are to be able to make extra income, to be able to connect with other businesses and to promote their businesses and to get paid for it. So definitely look into that, Joshua. Get that number together, whatever you need for New York for those 3 days. Give it to Sean, and you can come up with a plan in order for you to make that money, so you and your family can be there and enjoy the information and being able to be in the midst of great people and Clubhouse, Real House.
I sure will. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Boogie.
You got it, fam. I see Boogie's on call right there. All right, so just to give you the guys two insight on Clubhouse as to how to increase your networking value while you're on Clubhouse. Whenever you're on stages, guys, and you hear the speakers dropping certain gems, take one of the gems that you hear from one of the speakers and send them a back message or an Instagram message. When you start doing that, then the speaker is going to be connected to your attendance on stage. So they can feel as though, well, okay, this caller, this audience member, this speaker heard exactly what I said, and they actually responded to that. So that's one $10 drop. Another $10 drop after every presentation. Mention where others can reach you. And when you have a 10K card, you'll be easy to just tell them, look, check out my 10K card, and you'll be $5 million. Okay, so those are two tips that I want to drop. Captain Coach, what's up? You in the building, brother? One of the hardest working guys in the clubhouse. Coach, you in the building?
Happy morning!
The enthusiastic coach of the Philippines. Coach, introduce yourself to the audience.
Hi everyone. My name is Coach RM. I am the 10,000 Cards Philippines brand ambassador. So I'm normally always here at the back, listening and learning from you all guys, especially to our king, Sean Lashley. All right, Mr. Sean, back to you. All right. So normally I'm here in Boracay Island, Philippines. No, we have Sean and I has a project here. I'm doing the Kapihan series. It means it's a motivational, inspirational talk show. So sponsored by 10K Cards. And it is live via my Facebook account, Your Boracay Guide, and also it's being played the community channel of PCTV and ACTV. So that's it. Back to you, Sir Sean.
What's up, and I'm back. What's the minutes? Are you able to moderate for 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Beautiful. The mic is all yours.
Okay, so I just got onto the stage for about maybe 10 minutes. Miss Boogie, if you can please introduce yourself so I know what you are doing and what are the beautiful things that you are doing. Hey, Queen CEO.
Hello, everyone. Oh, it's a beautiful morning. Oh, thank you, Queen Melissa.
Please introduce yourself, Queen Wise.
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to the 10K Cards House. I am Tiffany, the Wise CEO. I am on fire. It is Friday. Oh, I'm so excited. It's Freedom Friday. I always name my days because it reminds me of what I need to be grateful for. So, yes, I'm the Wise CEO. I teach you how to change your mindset, how to get those skills that you need to be a powerhouse businesswoman or man, whether you're on your career, climbing the corporate ladder, or you're making that transition out here into these clubhouse business, high-level, high transformational streets. Oh, I love it so much. I love technology. I used to own a technology company. I love finance. I've taught people how to do business credit, how to clean up their own credit. I've done a little bit of everything, and I love it. And I'm also the momager of the fabulous, phenomenal, well, I can't even say his name because I've been sworn to secrecy and signed a statement. So my son, that's He's going to be known as my son. But I love it. I love it. I'll be dropping my course very soon. I'm very excited. I just love people. I love humanity. I love high level, high performing, high achieving energy levels and vibrations. Yes. Oh, thank you, Queen Melissa.
I got you, Queen. Mr. Don, you are in the building. Please bless the audience with who you are and what do you do and how are you?
I am here.
Welcome, sir.
Miss Melissa, thank you so much. How are you doing today?
I am super fantastic, expialidocious.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's awesome. I see Boogie here. I see Coach. I see the Y CEO, Joshua Mike. All right, Mr. 10K Cards up there in the corner. Listen, my name is Don Daniel, and I'm the founder of Pill Method International, a better way to eliminate debt. And what we found out is that amortization actually causes financial violence. We are paying about 75% more interest than we need to. Did you know that the average family pays 35 to 39% of their take-home pay just on interest alone? We are being taken to the cleaners on paying interest. And guess what? You don't have to. You can cut your interest cost by 75% because we have a computer that does all of the math, telling you how much money to move, what day to move it on, which loan to apply it to eliminate all of that interest. We disrupt the bank's timing. This is disruptive technology, the only technology like it in the world, and you're only going to get that information here. We have a book by the same name, Pill Method, A Better Way to Eliminate Debt, and you can find out more about what I do in my bio. And you know I have a 10K card, which is don10k.com, don10k.com. Thank you so very much for inviting me to speak. And listen, I want to try to add as much to the conversation as I possibly can. Just reach out, tap on me and ask me a question. I'm here to serve. Don, I'm done speaking.
Melissa, before you take a mic, let me just really give a testimony to Don, man. Now, I met Don in Atlanta and his beautiful wife, right? And obviously, after I met his beautiful wife, I understood how good of a salesman he was because she's gorgeous. And what a guy with pure energy. He not only has pure energy, but he really has a heart of helping others. And he never runs out of energy and enthusiasm. So I just want to shout him out on that one publicly. And give the mic back to you.
Awesome. Yes, Don, if anybody has a mortgage right now, please reach out to Don, and he can definitely teach you how to cut that mortgage shorter than you think you can. Please reach out to him if you have any loans.
Melissa, I just found you another sponsor for your show, and Don will be one of the sponsors for the show that you'll be doing as well. So I'm going to give Don the details. I'm going to give Don the details on it later. And Don, we're starting a pitching show where members will be able to actually come and pitch their business. And once a week, we'll be doing a giveaway. So I'll give you more details on it, Don. And with your product, Melissa can definitely introduce your product onto her platform while she's there. Okay, and I think Don's compensation package, Melissa, for every customer that you bring his way, I think he gives you like $200. Is that correct, Don?
Oh, that is super correct. That is so correct. I can't even stand it.
What are you? It's so correct. I can't even stand it. So, Don, really quick, share with the audience exactly what it is you give that compensation for and why.
What was that, 10K? I didn't hear.
Yeah, I wanted to share with the audience what's the compensation you give and why for customers sharing their experience with the Pill Method.
Oh my gosh. Listen, the reason we do what we do, hold on, let me stop this dinging here. The reason because people deserve People deserve to know. Hold on for just a second. I have to get back on my, let's see, headphones. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yep, we can hear you. Hey, Don, you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
We can hear you, sir.
Okay, great. All right, listen. The reason why we do what we're doing is that people deserve to know we're doing well in our space. We've been on YouTube for years. We've been on YouTube. We've been on Facebook. We advertise on TV. But when we come to Clubhouse, it's word of mouth that gets the job done. So that we are helping many people, even on Clubhouse. And as they tell their story, I don't even need them, Sean, to promote the pill method. I just need them to tell their own story about their experience with the pill method, and anybody who will tell others how we have helped them, and share the information with them on their own 10K card. Listen, we will double our normal referral fee, which is $100. We will double it if someone from Clubhouse comes on board. We will double it to $200 for every person that gets referred to us that becomes a client. So we're so grateful to get the word out on Clubhouse, and we need people to understand what's really going on with their finances. And for the first time, they have a right to know how their loan actually work. So listen, Sean, thank you very much for the opportunity to share.
So here's a question I want to ask you, Don. If someone doesn't have a personal experience with the pill method, how can they tap into the experience of other genuine testimonials and make money with your business?
Well, listen, all they have to do is
hey, Don, you're breaking up.
They can receive something free. They can go to our website, which is pillmethod.com, pillmethod.com, and guess what? To our website on our 10K card, which is don10k.com. That's don10k.com. Go to our website, and there's a button that says get a free savings report. Click on that, get a free savings report, fill it out, and then if you like what you see, you can then share your experience with others.
So, you know what I love about Don, guys? Don is like the twin brother I never had. So, Don, here's exactly how I can make it better for you. We're going to get 10 video testimonials, and we're going to put those 10 video testimonials all on a 10K card. And then we're going to connect that to a referral form. So let us say, for example, Melissa have a button on her card that says the 10K pill. Or the pill method. When someone click on that, they can read the reviews, or they can watch the videos of the reviews and the testimonials that's already out there. And if they decide to take action on it, they can click on the button below, send you their name, number, email, and they can say, Melissa referred me to you. When they become a client, because of the testimonials that's already out there, then Melissa can get compensated for that. How do you like that structure?
Well, I couldn't like it any better if I came up with the idea myself.
I love it.
So, guys, that's one of the things that I'm going to work with Don to make sure everyone can get to eat on his great product, and also, most importantly, bringing him customers. I believe in him. If I did not, I would not be publicly endorsing him like this. But he's a hardworking guy, great heart, and he have a good product. So he's going to take over Clubhouse by storm. Watch him, step by step. He's like that squirrel that refuses to let go of his nut. That's right. With that said, who do we pass the mic back on? I'm going to say the mic is back to you, sir. I'm going to need.
Awesome. I just want to thank you guys for the opportunity, and I look forward to marketing and promoting and speaking about your business, Don, because it's a hell of a program and it's a hell of a savings for people that are able to save on their interest. So I'm looking forward to partnering with you, Don. I believe we have Mr. Mike. Do you have a question or add value to the current topic of networking smarter on Clubhouse? Please introduce yourself. Come up to the mic.
Thank you, Melissa. Thank you, 10K, for having this room. I actually had both. I heard Don's pitch, and that's fantastic. I'm in a lot of different platforms up here, a lot of clubs about wealth management, generational wealth, trust, wills. I'm part of the Black Think Tank. I'm actually the health insurance broker for the Black Think Tank. I definitely welcome you to join that club, be a part of that group, be a part of that space. Follow me. I'll actually tag you in a lot of things. I'm plugged in with a lot of multimillionaires within different fields, within logistics, trucking, travel nursing, real estate, financial advising, coaching, business consulting, etc. Because, like I said, I'm a health insurance broker, so we're within the same medium. So I'd love to connect with you, Don, and I'll make sure that I tag you and follow me and kind of ping each other. Outside of that, as far as introducing myself, hi, I'm Health Unicorn Mike. I'm an award-winning licensed health insurance broker. I'm an expert on small business benefits and health insurance for families. Check out my bio. I save my clients 30%. Feel free to hit me on back channel or Instagram. Thanks for having me. Health Unicorn Mike, your friend who offers benefits. And then my ask is, anytime you're on Clubhouse, you feel like I can add value, ping me and message me so I can be of service. That was all. Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you. Welcome. Mr. G-A-U-R-A-D. I do not want to butcher your name. Please come to the mic and introduce yourself. And if you have a question, ask. And if you'd like to add value to today's topic, please introduce yourself.
Hi, Melissa. It's Gaurav.
Gaurav?
Yeah.
Is that correct? Gaurav?
Gaurav.
Okay. Nice to meet you, Gaurav.
Yeah. So actually, I just came here and I just saw networking smarter on Clubhouse. So I thought it's a networking room. So I just had a thought to give my introduction here. Can I go ahead?
You sure can.
So hello everyone. My name is Gaurav Patil, also known as the SEO guy. As the name says, I help brands to get rank on Google through search engine optimization. That means I make businesses Googleable enough for their industry niche keywords. The most wonderful thing about me is that I can do search engine optimization in any language. Till now, I have done SEO in German, Swedish, Norwegian, and English. And I also provide 10-minute free SEO consultation call. All you need to do is DM me growth on my Instagram, LinkedIn, or Clubhouse back channel. Yeah, that would be it. This is the SEO guy, and I'm done speaking. Back to you, Melissa.
Awesome. Thank you. So you're saying, like, if you can help businesses be able to become Google searchable, being able to find on Google engines?
Yes, for their industry niche keywords.
Oh, okay. I see you, Matt. Where you been at, Matt? I missed you. Please introduce yourself and tell us what you're doing and where you've been.
Good morning, Melissa. Good morning to the moderators. Good morning to the people in the crowd. I am the short sale savage. I'm on a mission, you know that. Come on now. I've been busy.
I know you are.
Busy. Huge supporter of the 10K card. I actually want to jump on here. Sean doesn't know it. I was like, should I message him or should I blow up his room and blow up his mind?
Blow up the room.
I'm gonna blow the room up.
Matt, you know I'm a spontaneous guy to love giving. So let's take it to the room.
I know. So I had a conversation with somebody today. For the last couple of months, they've been using the card. She is a staging sensation. She's all over New Jersey. and she's listening to what I'm telling her to do with the QR code because, my saying is always one click away. So she has a box truck and she's wrapping it. And she told me today it goes in on the 23rd, so a couple of days from now. And Sean, as soon as the truck is wrapped, I'll send it to you because your QR code is going to be on the truck.
Let's go, Matt. And Matt,
So,
the reality of the situation is this, man. One of the reasons I love Matt and I rock with Matt, he's always looking for ways to not only help other people to make them more efficient at what they do. And when that young lady have the QR code on her van, she's literally a driving promoting machine. That's what it's going to be. So I love that, man. Let's talk a little more about it and why you think that's important.
Well, I think it's important because, listen, anybody can throw a phone number or a website up. But, if you're stuck in traffic, you're in a vehicle and you don't have a commercial vehicle or you don't have the ability to do something, even back windshields. My lease is actually going to be up probably in, I think, 4 or 5 months. And I'm questioning, do I want to wrap my next vehicle? Do I want to wrap the back window? I mean,
I think you should wrap the existing one, Matt, because you never know what options can pop in the next 5 months, my brother. And you can write stuff that's an expense.
Oh, 100%. Not sure exactly what I want to put on it. I have a concept, an idea of what I want to do. I'm not all about, the quantity. I'm more about the quality. I don't have a tremendous amount of followers here on Clubhouse. But I love stopping in here and checking in and see what's going on. A lot of people have been reaching out to me, asking me where I've been. The world is, unfortunately, it's opening up, but it's also not at the same time with the different variant that we have with the Delta variant. People are fearful of the shutdown. So, and people are like, well, why do I need a digital card if the world is shutting down? So there's a lot of people with different mindsets. You can always change, make options with the card itself.
I want to purposely jump in there for a second, Matt, because as you know, as brothers, we're here to make each other better. And every time I hear something that's flying across our head, which is an opportunity, I want to double down on it. So here's the thing: the world might be shutting down, but the flow of the money is not. The world might be shutting down as we know it, but the flow of the money is not. The money is just going to find a different channel to move itself from point A to point B. And if you can find yourself in that lane where the money is transferring itself, you can get paid. So when they say the world is shutting down, that's more of the reason why they want to have a digital footprint. That's one of the more reasons why they want to get a 10K card. Because when people are transferring funds from point A to point B, and you're involved in that arena, you will get paid. So having a 10K card and making that signature should be known everywhere you go is definitely the reason why now more than ever, everyone should consider getting a digital business card. Back to you, Matt.
Thank you, Sean. Couldn't even agree more. If you notice, there are people that are underneath me that are, making moves with their card. I'm not saying that I don't like the money aspect of it. I've always put people before profit. For me, this was just an amazing marketing tool. As I always said, digital footprint and being able to put everything on social media in one place. I'm showing other people how to grow their business. What am I doing for myself? Well, we've had an uptick in the clients or leads that were coming in with distressed real estate. And if people don't follow me, you should follow me. Definitely follow me on Instagram, just to get an idea of what I'm about. And I am all about other people and helping them put them first. So the ability of this card has made it so much easier for me to get the word out. I put my calendar on my digital card, and my team is like, wow, you got a lot more appointments. We get different files, and we're tracking where the leads are coming from. And the leads, Sean, they're coming from the B2B section because I'm offering that to build it out for people. And with the ability of having a team like you, Sean, and your people really at my beck and call whenever I need it, I really appreciate it because it's helping me look more of a rock star than I already am. And if anybody ever wants to find out more about how I'm using it, absolutely could reach out to me. Or if they want guidance, I'm absolutely here for you. Or if anybody else on the stage that you can resonate with and have a bond with, and you don't have somebody, definitely go to somebody with guidance because you're going to be able to make it so much easier for yourself for marketing, visibility, taking everything that you have. I mean, Sean, how many times have we had conversations where in the beginning people were like so hesitant to the crossover? Oh, I want my paper card. I'm not saying to dump the paper card. You can have a physical card, but the digital card, no one wants to hear it, is the future, much like the original iPhone. Now we're on the iPhone 12, we're on 13. Things are always getting better, so you really need to stay up with technology. And my name is Matt Marinoff. I am the Short Sale Savage, and you are always one click away from me, so I'm out.
Hey, Matt, I'm going to create a networking platform on Zoom where we're going to create like maybe 2 hours. And I'm going to be inviting about 4 guests to be on the panel to answer everything all business related. To not only speak on the 10K card and how it can add value to their business, but then you can deep dive into a short sale. And when Boogie come on, Boogie can go deep dive into her area. So you're going to have a clear-cut 15 minutes where people can literally ask and grill you on anything regarding your field. And it'll also be a great opportunity to A, pick up clients, B, serve the community. So just by listening to you speak, I know the amount of value you add wherever you go. I'm going to create a 2-hour platform on Zoom where I'm going to be inviting 4 panel members to speak on their craft. So that's something I look forward to, and we'll be able to take the relationship from Clubhouse onto Zoom as well. So that's something. So Boogie, you're there? Queen Boogie. All right, Boogie's going to come on. Boogie's going to come on in a little. But that is something that I want us to do, Matt. Josh, I'm gonna DM you your digital card right now because the team just did it for you, and you don't really have much on it. So you're gonna let me know exactly. In fact, Joshua, send me a text message right now. My number is in the number is in my bio. 934-444-6611. Shoot me a text message right now, Josh. All right. You got it, my brother. With that said, back to you, Melissa.
Awesome, Sean. You are so awesome. Hey, Matt. I didn't catch if you spoke about the B2B. I love when you talk about the B2B because you're also promoting other businesses. Can you let us know a little bit more about that B2B?
Absolutely, Melissa. The B2B was something that I created that I thought would be able to help promote other people in other industries or industries that I work with as far as real estate. So, I mean, if anybody wants, you can go take a look at my card. You can copy any concept or idea off of my card. It's matt10k.com, matt10k.com. And you'll actually see what my B2B section looks like. I've got some other ideas I want to put on there. I actually added a form so if people want to be a part of my partners program, and I built it out pretty extensive. Also, I added on my digital card where is, get help now. So whether you're somebody who's in trouble or somebody who's in trouble or a real estate professional that has a lead and they're stuck and they don't know what to do with a specific short sale. This is one thing I don't talk about, and I probably should talk about more. I also purchase properties and renovate. So, I keep that on the back burner because my core focus has always been helping people and being able to spotlight others. So the B2B section was something very important to me. And I appreciate the fact that, people like Melissa and Sean gravitated towards it. And if you guys have an idea or a concept or something that you think might be good or better the card, let us know. Let Sean know. If it's something that's feasible and it makes sense, Sean's all for it. It's about helping other people and uplifting them. I didn't know that Sean should be doing the Zoom and having, other professionals on there. It really is a more effective, better way getting the word out about the services that you provide. I'm sorry, but as far as I'm concerned, regular business cards are a dinosaur. You put a phone number on it, you put a website, you put an email, you have your address. It really is like early 2000, maybe, 1800 technology, 2021 going forward with COVID. Unfortunately, it is here. I don't know how long it's going to stay for, but it is the new normal. And to be able to throw up a QR code and tell people, hey, scan my QR code, when you're there. I mean, I do build out screen protected, lock screens for people. You see what I did for Melissa. You try to offer value and you give as much as you can. And I have to tell you, it's come back tenfold. And Sean, just so you know, I'm way up over 30, 40 leads between Clubhouse and the digital business card and the B2B section over the last 4 months. So if you average that out, that's about, an additional 10 leads a month just from meeting you on Clubhouse, using the Clubhouse app, and using the digital card. And I ask people specifically, I saw your information on Michelina, the staging company's person's B2B section. You do short sales. Looked you up, very interested. I have a client. So it's kind of like, why would you not do it? And Sean talks about this all the time. It's a write-off. So whether you get the regular business card or if you're a really outgoing person, or if you know people that could utilize it, why not take advantage of the affiliate program? If you're not doing it, you're really losing out on the opportunity of helping other people. It's always people before profit. Melissa, I'm done speaking.
Awesome, Matt. Yes, compliments to Matt. He is.
I want to keep digging into him, Melissa. Let's sharpen your interview skill. Dig into him. You have a lot of fucking nuggets inside of him. Let's get it out.
You heard that, Matt. So, Matt, tell us more about the significance on what the 10K card is actually doing for your business. We just heard you say you've generated about 30 to 50 leads already from the 10K card. So dive in a little more about that and how you're utilizing it.
So what's happening is I'm using the promo card. And guys, let me tell you something. If you're not an outgoing person, I know Sean has like the 10-day challenge. I mean, that 10-day challenge can start whenever you want, but if you're on Facebook and you're active and people's birthdays pop up, why not send them a private message along with the message on Facebook? You don't want to self-promote yourself on somebody's birthday page or post, but you can send them a message privately and say, hey, look, happy birthday. It's been a while. We haven't spoken. I would like to send you, a gift. Take a look at this promo. Have fun with it. Let me know what you think. Now, not everybody is taking advantage of the promotion card. They should, because obviously it's a gift from 10K cards, but also you're offering a different way of getting out the word about yourself. Now, if somebody has a promotion card, maybe they're not interested, but maybe there's 5 or 6 people down the line that might be interested in the card. Well, guess what, guys? You took the time to build out the promotion card for someone, or they took the time to build it out for themselves. Your information is on that card. So if somebody wants to buy it and they don't want to take advantage of it, that's okay. But why not reap from the benefits of putting the word out, putting people for profit, and offering just a friendly gift? You're not saying anything. Or say, listen, I'd like to send you out this promo card. Love to hear more about your business. Let's touch base. Not everybody's going to respond. In fact, I've been playing this game now for about a year or so where birthdays pop up. And if I send you an invite on Facebook, if you send me an invite on Facebook, this is just proper etiquette as far as I'm concerned. If they invite you and you send them a message privately and you know that they looked at the message and they didn't respond, and I always send my messages in such a way, whether it's on Instagram, whether it's on Twitter, LinkedIn, any type of social media platform, thank you so much let's just say Melissa, for the invite on Facebook. Looking forward to your posts, hearing more about your business. Let me know when you're free to connect. Now, unfortunately, if let's say that to 10 people, only maybe 2 or 3 people respond, which is sad. But if somebody's not going to respond to that, and that the person that's a numbers game and they're trying to get on your Facebook page or social media because they want to be friends with other people, that's garbage. So if you reach out to me and I reach back to you and you don't communicate with me and your birthday pops up a year later or sooner, you're out. Because you don't see the value of what I can do to try to make your life better. That's how I look at it. And unfortunately with Facebook, you only have 5,000 spots. So it's always a struggle. So I have other platforms that I've built out. But guys, again, it's not about me. It's about showing other people. And I've helped a lot of people, thousands, over the last 16 years. And I've helped people make a tremendous amount of money along the way. I run my business differently. 10K Cards has helped me explode. Again, social media helped me. 10K Card has helped me explode even further to get the word out and to always be one click away. You can tell people, download my contact information, but if you know that they're going to need your services, if they're a real estate agent, if they're a tax professional, attorney, whatever, you want to be on their home screen. You always want to be in their face. If you're a real estate agent and you're working as a real estate agent and you're trying to get the listing, well, listen, here's my contact information. I want you to scan my QR code on my phone. Oh, what's that? Oh, wow. Okay. So save it to your contacts, scroll down, and then scroll down and it says home screen. Now you've got me at your fingertips. I know you're interviewing other real estate agents, but I always want to let you know for myself, I'm always on call. I'm literally one click away. I'm Matt Marinock, and I'm done speaking. Melissa, back to you.
Before Melissa take it, one of the reasons I had them grill you much, Matt, you know, I love your business model coming into 10K Cards because you never came in looking to see how much money you can make with the company. You came in seeing like, okay, how can I help my existing clients? And what I've studied for you, Matt, is that you end up getting a lot of customers for your business using the 10K card. And that's what I want you to basically catch on to. You also mentioned something very important, 2 points. One, you were the one to introduce the B2B concept to us, which you know turned into a feature of the 10K card. And second of all, if you guys have any idea that we can make the product even better, always feel free to let us know about it. Because our goal is to listen to the client and understand exactly what they're asking for, and then step up and deliver that to the marketplace. So, Matt, for all that you do for the community and the value that you add everywhere you go, I just want to keep saluting you for that, my brother. All right? Now, I really appreciate it. You got it, fam. A quick introduction. I smell big sisters on stage. Guys, join me in congratulating Patrice on her 31 year of
33.
33. Get the hell out of here. I'm trying to take it away from you. 33 years of marriage. Patrice, I'm going to interview your ass on what it takes to be married for 33 years. So introduce yourself, and then I'm going to do the interviewing.
Congratulations, Patrice. Many years, many more. Thank you. Oh, so you're going to put the shoe on the other foot, Mr. 10K, because I usually...
There you go, baby. There you go.
Hey guys,
I'm going to start softening you already.
I'm waiting for the lumps. I'm Patrice Miles. I'm a prosperity strategist and mentor. So basically what that means is I work with my clients to help them work through money trauma. And when you've experienced some type of drama that surrounds your money, you really have become inept and unable to deal with how to divest your emotions from your spending, how to pay down credit card debt, how to establish or maintain good credit. What are some good strategies to save? How can you prepare yourself for retirement? How can you prepare yourself to purchase a home? So those are things that I work with my clients. And because I've had to work through my own financial traumas, I believe that it gives me a unique perspective and an ability to really help the people that I serve. So I'm done speaking, Sean.
Miss Patrice, I love that, but how did you stay married for 33 years?
You took the words right out of my mouth, Boogie. I'm gonna. And it's funny. I get asked that question a lot. I'm gonna tell you, Boogie. Marriage is a simple union of two people who love each other. But when you get into the business of marriage, love don't pay the bills. Love don't pay the rent. Love don't put groceries on the table. And love does not necessarily teach you the things that you need to know in order to know when you need to compromise, when you need to let your partner lead, and when it's okay for you to take the lead. Being married 33 years, my husband and I, like every marriage, there are hills and there are valleys. And it's the valleys and getting through those together that are the places where your marriage is strengthened. Whether it teaches you how to communicate, whether it teaches you how to compromise, whether it teaches you to just let go and respect the other person, and knowing when it's okay to agree to disagree. Because I promise you, my husband and I are polar opposites, and we don't always, hell, we probably never agree. So we really have to come to a place of understanding each other, and then find where that common ground is in order to move forward. So, it helps to have a couple of kids, because they definitely give you a perspective that maybe you don't have as either a single person or as a couple with no children. So I hope that answers some of your question, Boogie.
Patrice, I got to ask you a question. I'm going to be that guy.
Okay.
I'm going to be that guy.
That's okay. I'm a no bullshit zone, so go.
Oh, I love it. Well, we definitely need to connect offline. I'd love to have you on, one of my shows. How does it mess up your dating life? Does it dampen your dating life? Does it dampen your dating life being married for 33 years?
Let me tell you something. We were at a Clubhouse Live event, and everybody for the most part is like come together and meet family. And like I said, Sean calls me big sis. That's because Sean truly is my Clubhouse little brother. Love him like a brother. And, I don't mind telling him that every once in a while I need to knock him about his head and shoulders like a big sister would. And he receives it with the love that it's given. But there are a couple people I met this weekend that were a little skeezy and pervy. And, I'm going to tell you one guy, I didn't like the way he introduced himself to me. I don't appreciate somebody looking me up and down like I'm a piece of meat as they're introducing themselves to me. And don't get me wrong, I'm really attractive for a woman my age, and this is obviously not my face. This is in remembrance and respect for Deanna Britt, who recently passed. And so I didn't like the way he introduced himself. It was like, I need to go take a shower after this one. I had a second interaction with him at the same event, at which point in time, he decided that I needed to know how much he had. I didn't give a rat's ass about how much he had. I got my own. And let me be clear, I'm not a millionaire. I don't play one on Clubhouse, but I'm happy with where I'm at right now. And then after he proceeded to say that, he goes, "Oh, you're married?" Because I wear a pretty big ass diamond on my wedding finger. I said, "Yes, I am. I've been, this month will be 33 years. And then he proceeds to say, "You need a sugar daddy." And the look on my face, because it was a miracle of God that I didn't cuss his ass out right there. And he goes, "Oh, I'm just kidding." I said, "Bro, that shit ain't funny." And I turned around and walked off. I went into a room to listen to one of the breakout sessions, and here he and the room was tight as hell. It was hot and it was overfull. It was standing room only. And he's gonna walk in and then like rub his shoulders against my shoulders. And I looked at him. I said, "If you don't get the fuck off of me," just happened to be with somebody else. He looked at me. He said, "Queen, why don't we go ahead and leave this room?" And he guided me out of the room because I was getting ready to go full blown, "You have lost your fucking mind" on him. So if that means that it's kind of messed with my dating life, yeah, because Oh, Patrice, you went out. Oh, she got a call.
Yeah, the person that's going to her is clearly not a
I
Clubhouse.
wasn't there. I would have pulled out my feet. Oh, no.
Oh.
I would shoot you. Oh, Jesus Christ.
That is
Help me,
so
Lord. Oh, let me go get in my. Oh, no.
I Like you don't treat women like that. You don't act like that towards women. Like the nerve and the audacity for him to just treat her like that's just so disrespectful.
Oh,
He needs to blast.
I'm like, don't let the pretty face fool you. I will take you out of this world and not have any regrets about it. Oh, no.
Man, listen, I'll shoot you in a second and then ask questions later.
Well, there will be no questions because there won't be one left but me standing there looking at you. Because that's what my training taught me.
I know that's right. Oh, so I guess she had to go because she left. So,
she is saying, hey, I'm so sorry, but I can silence my mic.
No, Patrice, continue. The person that called you clearly you're not on Clubhouse. Because if you're on Clubhouse, you don't have to call each other. Text us.
No, that was my husband.
Okay. So he's clearly not on Clubhouse. All right.
But let me tell you something that I learned after this weekend, 10K. Because my husband calls me every morning at 9 o'clock. And you know how I've said that my husband hates Clubhouse, right? So we kind of had a discussion. It wasn't quite a disagreement, but it was definitely a discussion. Because I don't call you anymore at 9 o'clock. It's because when I call you, you don't take my call. And what that tells me is that you're on Clubhouse. And that means more to you than I do at that point in time. So I'm going to tell you this. If my husband calls and I'm on Clubhouse, whether I'm in the middle of a sentence, whether I'm, whatever the case may be, I'm going to leave Clubhouse to take his call because I wouldn't be who I am and where I am today without the support of that man. And there is no point in time that I want him to feel that he has to take the back seat to something else in my life. So I don't care what's going on in Clubhouse. If he calls me, I'm taking that call.
I know
that's a conversation. That's a conversation that you need to have publicly a lot. Reason being, there's secrets to a good marriage and success in Clubhouse. And there's also temptations that will lead towards failure. And you clearly just dropped one of the biggest secrets right there. So I think making these things public are very important, as small as they may seem, Patrice, because these are little ingredients that will create make or break moments. So I appreciate you with that, Queen.
No, it's not a problem. And like I said, in our conversation, as far as calls and how much I'm on Clubhouse and off Clubhouse, and when you have someone in your life that supports you that way, that you love that way, you've got to make sure that they understand that they are always your priority. There's not a point in time that I don't question that I am a priority in my husband's life. And so if I'm taking that for granted and having him question whether or not he's the priority for me, then it's up to me to make that right. So, and at the end of the day, a good marriage, a strong marriage, a successful marriage is really all about respect, communication, and recognizing that, it's a partnership and you're in it together. So, yeah, those are my takes on marriage for what they're worth. And I've done speak.
I love it. Thank you so much, Miss Patrice.
Thank you, Miss Patrice. Great information, and I wish you and your husband 33 more years of bliss and happiness and prosperity.
Oh, no. She's not getting off so easy. I'm sorry. That's 33 years, so they got some questions to answer. Exactly. Good try, Patrice. They can fall for your womanly crap. Not me. We're not doing that. So, all right, Sean. So here's the thing, Patrice. Of the challenging time that you would have had in your marriage, what was that thing that you reflected on that made you say, like, nope, I'm going to go through any challenge for my relationship? What gave you that battery in your back to make you want to fight for your hubby no matter what? What was that thing? What did it for you? Was it a time he showed up in your time of need? Was it something he said to you the way in which he said it? What was it? What was it for you?
Can I be honest, Sean? It was a decision early in our marriage, and marriages early on are probably the hardest. And I have this odd number rule. Years 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and 11 are going to be the toughest in any marriage, and mine was no exception. And I walked out on my husband just before our fourth wedding anniversary. I think it was the fourth wedding anniversary. And when I left, I took my shit. I went and took half of the money out of our joint savings account. And it's the only time we've ever had joint monies. When we got back together, I'm like, not doing that shit either. And I left and I went to live with my parents. And I stayed there for 9 months. And for the first 2 months of that, I didn't want to say his name. I didn't want to look at his face. I couldn't stand his ass. And you know what? He didn't like me either. And that's okay. There was a part of when you're a woman and you become married and you have children. We had a 2-year-old at that point in time, and you have children. You grow up really quickly. And I got married young. I was 22. He was 24. So I was a mom by 24. And you grow up way faster than your husband does. And you know what? I got tired of raising 2 children. I got tired of being his wife and my son's mother and losing a part of my identity in the process. So he didn't do anything wrong, but I didn't either. But we were at different places in our life. So I left. And I didn't leave and go gently. There was a whole lot of fireworks that went with it. And about 2.5 months into it, we finally, really started to talk. And I said, we've got some decisions to make. And he said, you know what? I just don't want to be married to you anymore. And I said, okay. So I went to a divorce attorney. I had papers drawn up and I signed the papers. And then I took them to him. He did not sign the papers. He said, I can't afford this child support. I said, you got a child. That's not my problem. So probably about 3.5 months into what was a 9-month separation, we decided we were going to start to date again. And in doing that, I found myself again. He found a new respect for me at that point in time. And we got to know each other again on a romantic level, on an intimate level, as lovers, as friends. And coming up on the end of nine months, we had to make a decision, and we said, and I promise you, it was a decision. We sat down and talked, and I said, I love you, and he was like, well, I love you too, and I said, however, he goes, but, and my parents have been married for almost 60 years at this point, and my husband lost both of his parents last year, about a week apart from each other, but they had been married for the same. So we come from longevity in marriage. And so we really had to talk about what's the importance of family to us, what is the legacy in relationships that we wanted to leave our children. And that really was the discussion that we had, and we decided that we were going to move forward together, married. And I just told him, I need you to recognize that the woman that walked out of this house is not the woman who's coming back. And we rebuilt from there. We rebuilt stronger. We rebuilt better. And I say this all the time. My daughter knows what a good man looks like because she's seen that with her father. She sees how he treats me, how he supports me. So she knows not to settle for anything less than what she's seen. My son knows how to treat a woman. My son knows how to moment in his life because I've been the example of that for him. And my husband and I have raised a very strong daughter. And I believe that had we not made the conscious decision to move together as a family, as a couple, our children would have missed out on those benefits.
The reason I ask you that, Patricia, anytime I'm getting too deep, feel free to let us know. I live with a solid mindset that God passes us through challenges to benefit others. And whenever I'm on stage with someone and I'm asking questions, not only am I asking questions for the audience member, but it may be someone on stage as well or in the audience that may need to get an answer that's the question that I may ask. So anytime I'm asking questions, and this is one of the declarations I'm going to start making in public, because one of the things that Gina got into trouble with me was saying, if you have something to say to my face, I'm the last person that anyone needs to give permission to say something to their faces. I already assume position when I take the mic. So the you leave the house and decided I'm not going to be there anymore, and then came back thereafter to make it work? Because you mentioned it wasn't infidelity, so I don't think anything can be too fucking sensitive. So what was it that made you leave the house, if you're open to sharing?
Oh, I have a hot ass temper. Number one.
What is the price?
but you right, claim it. No, Sean, and I think I alluded to it earlier. Right? I'm hoping you guys can hear me. I'm pulling out of my driveway, so let me turn off my can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah,
we can hear you, Queen. You're using your Queen / anniversary energy right now. Nothing can break that shit. Let's go.
I think I alluded to it earlier. There really was a part of myself that I had lost, and it was a vital part. I think it was kind of like my essence. And I don't know if that makes sense, but I feel like I had lost.
It makes perfect sense, and I also needed to hear that. And I'm going to give you, thank you so much, sir. I'll give you my my feedback on that just so when you're done. So go for it.
Okay. And then again, my husband hadn't fully grown up. I mean, so I'm dealing with a 2-year-old, and y'all know 2-year-olds are just bad as hell. I don't care if they're boys or girls; they're bad as hell. So. I'm dealing with him, and I've got a husband who wants to go, hang out with his friends, and I'm home with a baby, and he wants to continue playing travel softball, which took him away from home pretty much every weekend. I might as well have been a fucking single parent at that point in time. And I think the topper for me is we had a fight. We had a fight. And nothing physical, because if he laid a hand on me, I'd cut his hands off. But we had a fight one night, and he came home drunk. He threw up somewhere in the house, and I looked at him, and I said a whole lot of expletives, and I left it there for him to deal with in the morning. I wasn't cleaning up behind his ass anymore. So again, we were at two different places mentally in our minds, and I had grown up. And he hadn't quite gotten there. And I just got tired of dealing with a child. So I needed to grow up a little bit. And I took the space to do that. He needed to grow up a lot a bit. And I think our being apart helped him to put some of his priorities in order. Because in my mind, family is your priority. And he had kind of lost a little bit of that. So that's a lot of it. And, I'm pretty much an open book. If it's something I don't want to tell you, I'll just say I'm not going to talk about it. So you ask. If it's something I don't want to answer, I'll just tell you.
I love that. So first off, thank you for the share. And the reason I want to say thank you for the share, unlike the partying, I'm a homebody. I don't really give too much for going out and partying too much, because at a very early age, I made a decision that I was going to become super wealthy, and nothing was going to stop it. So I understand, coming from a black background without the silver spoon in my mouth, hard work, relationship, and strategy was going to be the key to my success. And I'm the guy that would stay at home every day. I don't give a shit. And I will take some time out to go to the wife and have like an extravagant trip or whatever, and then come back home. Because I just want to have a life where I have a few encounters that were just mind-boggling. I don't want to say, oh yeah, every Sunday we went to the fucking movies. No, we went to Universal Studios and we had like the best experience ever. I'd rather tell that one story than the boring ass story of every Sunday we went to the movies. So I like to do these iconic stuff. Now, why am I sharing this with you? My wife was feeling as though she was in a marriage by herself, but she didn't quite understand. When I met her, I said, Bibbs, I'm going to be committed to creating wealth for the next 5 years. You're not going to see me. I'm not available for travel. If you want to travel with the family and so on, I'll fund everything. But I'm not going to be available because I'm laser focused on what I'm doing. But I still want you to enjoy living. You're not getting younger as the day go by, so I don't want you to feel as though you're missing out on anything. So I just made a decision that I'm going to fund it, but leave me the hell alone. Let me keep creating. Because I know I'm going to get to a place, Patrice, where I have the private jets, the private islands, and doing all these cool shit. But it's not going to come just by the snap of a finger. Someone needs to put in the work, and I'm willing to jump in front of the line and say it starts with me. So when my wife will get into her feelings from time to time, I mentioned to her very simple. I said, babes, two things. I feel as though I found my purpose, my passion, and I'm so in love with who I am and what I do. And I want that for you as well. And I mean this on stage, guys. I say this in front of everyone. I don't want to get to the age of 80 years old and call my wife and hear her bitching and complaining. I'd rather call her as my friend and hear she bragging about how beautiful life is and all the great things that she is doing. Because at the end of the day, we can be so fucking selfish that we want to hold on to another human being to their detriment, but to our enjoyment. And I just thought, when I told her, I said, look, even if I have to lose you in pursuit of you finding your goals, your purpose, sorry, I'm okay with that. Because me hoarding you, and you not getting to blossom into who you really are meant to be, it's a disservice to you, and it's going to be a disservice to me. Because I wouldn't be able to enjoy my happiness to that extent. When I tell people that, they think I'm fucking crazy. But I think one of the worst things you can do is to trap someone in a fucking relationship where they can't be themselves. And one of the reasons I shout out to you all the time, Patrice, is you can damn well be yourself anywhere you go. And that's another way, in my opinion, of you living on purpose. So I just made a decision. When my wife is ready to be a mom, I'm going to support her in that regard. When she's ready to be an entrepreneur, I'm going to support her in that regard. But make no mistake, at any phase of our life, I'm not going to strangle myself where my mission and purpose is concerned. Like in the mornings, I normally take my daughter now to Starbucks so we can have that date for at least an hour to two. And she's in the backseat right now sleeping, because we already did our Starbucks run already, and my wife has 2 hours to herself because the older one is in school. And can I make shitload of money by just having a babysitter and just isolating myself? Absolutely yes. But certain memories you cannot take back, guys. And for the guys on stage who's going after the bag, remember that there's certain moments in life that you just cannot get back no matter how much money you have. So find a way to put the right blend together. And if we can do that, I think we'll be on a goddamn good path. The secret to my marriage, as you can clearly see, Patrice, I literally lust over my wife. I lust over my wife. And
He does. I've seen it in action.
Yeah, and I give myself permission to do so because at the end of the day, the biggest threat to any relationship are the lust factors. So I made a decision that I was going to own the lust factors in my relationship. I'm going to make sure I become the man and continuously work towards being the man that she lusts over, and I'm going to ensure that I always put all my lust and eyes where my wife is concerned and support her in every way to keep being that thing that I keep lusting over. All right, so that's one of my little secrets right here. Back to you, Beth.
You know what? I have to say that you hit so much on the head, and I'm hoping that people heard what you said. Anyone who's heard me talk about my husband at any given point in time has heard how much I love that man. We're older, and it's okay that we're older. So, we're not as fit as we used to be, but let me tell you something. There comes a point in every relationship where the love that you have, and I'm going to be real frank here, real honest, we ain't slipping in the sex department. And it is important. That is an important concept of marriage. And here's something that a whole lot of people don't know, and it probably makes me a unicorn. The only man that I have ever been with intimately in a sexual way is my husband. That's it. I don't know anybody else. I don't know no other dick. I'm okay with that too. And you know what? It was a great gift for him. I'm gonna tell you that. But I will say this. Over the years, sex in your 20s and sex in your 30s is not the same thing as sex in your 50s, and nor is it the same as sex in your 40s. And so there really is a consciousness that you have to have, and making sure that not only as a woman you are sexually fulfilled, because let's face it, ladies, we're all sexual beings, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I like to have my orgasm at the end of a good session. But there's also a matter of making sure that your husband or your partner, if you are not in a heterosexual relationship, is that your partner is also receiving that sexual pleasure. It's a lot of conversations. it's a lot of, are there things that you should introduce into the intimate sides of your life that maybe you hadn't considered before? It's a lot of different things. And women, especially women, because, sex is one of those things that men were always supposed to enjoy, and women were always supposed to endure. And if you look back on the history of things, you'll kind of see that women weren't supposed to enjoy sex. We were just supposed to lay there, let them come, have some babies, and do it until we couldn't bear children anymore. And so there was no real means for women to receive sexual pleasure. So men were allowed to be selfish. They were allowed to be selfish in bed, and we were supposed to just lay there and let them. Of course, that is no longer the case. So make sure that as a woman, and I'm speaking to all you ladies who are on stage and any of you who are in the audience to the sound of my voice, make sure that you are letting your partner know what it takes for you to be sexually satisfied. Sex is a very important component of marriage. Not gonna lie. Sure. I mean, my husband and I at this point, we're best friends. We are definitely 100% supportive of the other. I will tell you, there have been times I have been the steel in his back, and I can't tell you the number of times that he has picked my puddled body off the floor and helped put me back together. But in the midst of all that, there's an intimacy that you develop, and if you can really hone into those intimate moments, you can take those into your sexual life, and it only makes your sex so much more pleasurable and so much more of an expression of your love, as opposed to, am I going to get my orgasm, and what do I have to do to give him his? So, yep. Took that down a rabbit hole you weren't expecting, but I'm done speaking.
I'm going to give a few more queens a chance to respond. I'm going to come in with something else on the importance of making sure the guys deliver their woman that orgasm right there. So, ladies, been first. No, I'll come in at first. Ladies, don't try to go quiet now.
Mr. Trees, listen. Mr. Trees laid out her whole game. She said it so eloquently. And I'm as a single woman, I'm listening. I done took notes, mental notes, and it makes sense what you're saying. And people say it, they say, "Oh, it's a partnership, this and that." But I love the way that you broke it down to the simplest form. You guys are each other's best friend, and I can hear in your voice that you really mean it. It's not this is my best friend. It's not the cookie cutter thing. Like, I can hear in your voice that you really, really love him, like you almost like you love yourself. And I think that is something that has to be practiced, and I can tell that you've mastered that over your time being married. So I just appreciate the wisdom. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that was really powerful, Ms. Patrice. After being married for 23 years and understanding that all of the above, and because he was my one and only for so long, I didn't know anything else. So you don't know what you don't know, and that was intentional. And I made that decision very early on in my life after watching others make some really bad mistakes in my family. And I wanted to break a cycle. And it was a decision. It was a me decision, not for him. Wasn't a gift for him. It was for me. And I will say that there was a benefit that I had in doing it that way, because we're in this new school where everybody's trade partners and trading, orientations, and there's a lot going on. Hey, not hating on that. Do you? But there was a benefit to me being able to now focus in that relationship, focus solely on my family, because I didn't have all of this other stuff to weed through. My mind was clear. I was super focused on what I wanted. And I think that there's something to be said for being focused. And now we're in a time where people, their loyalties stray. But I tell them, I taught my children how to be like me, because that's all I knew. And then I sent them to their father to learn the consequences of not being that. And what he said to them in front of me is, don't be like me, because there's some things that you might have to pay the price for. It's a decision. It's up to you. But if you want to leverage your life, this is how you live it, because it limits your distraction. You don't have all this other stuff you got to deal with. There are keys to living life that will sharpen you in ways and get you focused. Like King Sean was saying, I'm focused. I lust after my wife. She is my focus. Because if you laser focus your life, call it life hacking, call it strategy, however you want to do it, then you will experience a level of success in your life personally, spiritually, and physically that you never imagined. So I believe that what you said was so pivotal and so critical, and I don't want people to miss that. For those that are saying, well, how do I leverage my life? How do I align my life? All those keys that are being dropped here are coming from personal experience. It's not coming from reading a self-help book, even though those are wonderful. This is coming from personal experience. I know that I will never bump into somebody that said, oh, I've been with her. No, you won't deal with that, because we're focused on raising kings and folks who are going to change the world. And I can tell you my sons are phenomenal, but they are proud of who they are because they made that decision for themselves. I will not bring all these other people into here because I'm focused on my destiny. Oh, that was powerful, Mr. Treese. I just had to drop that. I'm full. Thank you. Thank you, Queen.
I appreciate both of you. Miss Patrice, my hat salutes you and your husband. I'm a product of my parents of 50 years of marriage. They celebrated 50 years this year. And I think it's a beautiful thing when people are together like that for years to come, because it's not common no more. You don't see marriages 50, 30, 40 years no more. And when you do come across them, I honor that because it's a beautiful thing, and you set a great example for your kids, because my parents set a great example for me. You know, my mother still gets roses just because, and I love to see that because it taught me that it don't need to be a special occasion. Just because he loves you that much, you get roses. Just because he loves you that much. And I love the fact that it trickles down to the children, because it taught me that I can't take nothing less than my dad set the bar high for men. Like, if you can't do better than my dad, I can't bang with you. We can't communicate. We can't, because my father taught me what it is, how to be treated like a queen, and my mother showed me how to treat my king. I can't substitute that. I can't set my standards lower than that. And if they can't come correct, I think that's probably why I'm still single, because I'm not settling for nothing less. I'm settling for you to love me unconditionally. And I love the fact that Sean said he lusted after his wife. Like most men that lust after other women, he said, I lust after my wife and support her in anything that she does. And that's what men need to do, and especially in my generation. Lust after your wife. Stop lusting after somebody that you can't have or you want to have. But your wife could be everything that you need and want her to be, and more. I yield the mic.
I'm going to say one thing before you open up, Sean. And Melissa, and guys, I have to tell you, my heart is full, because I'm just, at this point, I'm just sharing what has been my marriage and my life with my man. And Melissa, you said something about, unconditional love, and I'm going to tell you a little story. I was out shopping with the kids one day, and my daughter, who was, I promise you guys, she got spanked every day of her life till she was 5 years old. She was a hot stinking mess. And yes, I did spank my children. But we were out shopping one day, and she said something about, love and loving down. And I said, baby, let me tell you something. You and Aaron, I said, y'all are my babies, and I love you unconditionally. I said, but your dad, he's got conditions. And so let me be really clear. He's got conditions. There are things that I need from him, that I expect from him, and he's got to deliver on that shit. The same holds true for him with me. The thing I think that makes it work is that we both understand that, and we're willing to give each other the things that we need. And what I think I've seen a lot in marriages now is that it's kind of a throwaway thing. It's like, we can try this marriage thing out, and if it doesn't work, we'll just get divorced. And that's just the wrong attitude to go into. You wouldn't go into your business with that attitude. You wouldn't build your business up from the ground with, well, it might work and it might not. That's not how you go into building your business, into building your network, into building, your financial stability and your financial success. Marriage is a contract. There are parts of marriage that you really do have to look at as a business, because I will tell you guys, after 33 years of marriage, there is not a day that goes by, and I mean this sincerely, that my husband and I don't work on some aspect of our marriage. We work every day on our marriage. Done speak.
Love it. One of the things I want to share with you, Patrice, and I'm pretty sure you'll see eye to eye with me on this one. When me and my wife got together, so this is for the guys in the room who's listening. When me and my wife got together, for the first 6 months of our relationship, guys, I got my wife to come 3 times before I came once. That's number one. Number two, every month, every day for 6 months, I came 3 times per night before we call it quits that night. Every guy in the room understand your second and your third coming is not like your first coming. It takes a while. Why am I even mentioning this to you guys? When a guy can find a way to push the buttons of a woman this way, you need to fucking keep her. That's number one. Because one of the most frustrating things for a woman is to lay with a guy who she can't climax with. And when I say every day for 6 months, guys, maybe with the exception of about 6 to 10 days, when we decided we weren't going to get that nasty. And you ladies know exactly what I'm talking about. So with the exception of about 6 to 10 days is when we did not go after it in the first 6 months. And when I made a decision that, okay, one day my wife was on top of me and I said, wait a minute, if I was with someone else, will I steal a session with her? That was absolutely yes. I said, okay, if I'm with her, will I want to steal a session with anyone else? The answer was no. And then is when I knew that had to be my wife. Successful men end up ultimately feeding their obsession. Find a way to own your obsession. And by getting married to that beautiful ass woman right there, and ensuring that we're both committed to being all we can be every day, has become my obsession. And when you find another obsession, you put a damn ring on it, guys. So I just want to put that little piece in there, Patrice. How do you respond back to that part of it?
It's funny, Sean. Yeah, well, it absolutely is. And I've weighed 135 pounds and I've weighed 230 pounds. That's a big shift in weight. And I recognize that is the physical, but let me tell you this. My husband loved me regardless of my size. And women, we have a tendency to get in our head about, oh my God, I'm fat and I got a stomach roll and oh, what's these dimples and what's this cellulite? He loved me. And I mean, he loved me hard, whether I was 135 or I was 230 pounds. That in itself speaks volumes, because there are so many men that just focus on the physical. So that let me know that we were connecting on more than a physical level. And you guys know, for women, it's different sometimes than it is for men. And so, that intimate level, that more than physical level, is so important for us in our relationships. And you know what? He just continued to feed that. He has stood by my side through weight loss. He nursed me after a tummy tuck. He's nursed me through hysterectomies. He's just, I'm sorry, you only get one hysterectomy. Let me be really clear. They only take your plumbing out once. But he's been there with me through all of that, and through all of that, he's let me know not only is he still attracted to me physically, but he's attracted to me on a heart level, and that's, for me, that's key. That is key, and Sean, I think that feeds into the being obsessed, because when you're obsessed, you are definitely connecting on more than a physical level.
Wait, Miss Patrice, wait. You can't just drop that like that and be done.
But I'm just letting you speak.
I know, but listen. Okay, so
you said that your husband was attracted to you throughout, right? So what did you do to keep that attraction, no matter what your weight was or whatever you were going through? What did you bring to the table that kept him attracted? Because
I mean, if we're talking about physical level, I'm going to tell you guys what. It's okay. I'm going to tell you this. I'm a fairly confident woman, and anyone who's had a chance to meet me, or even whether it's on this app or in person, I'm a fairly confident woman. My mother raised me to be a strong woman, and I'm not saying this to be vain, but I'm an attractive woman. I'm attractive at 135. I'm attractive at 230. So there was never in my mind a lack of, oh my God, I'm fat and ugly, because that just never entered my psyche. And I'm going to drop this little piece that I hope women hear this. Confidence is sexier than any freaking bra cup size or any pant size. When you are confident, there's not anything that anybody can tell you different. When you are confident in yourself, whether it's your ability, whether it's how you look, whether it's your business prowess, when you get to a point that you are confident in those aspects, honey, there ain't nothing, no size, no nothing that anybody can take away from you, because you truly are walking in a place of power.
Oh, Patrice, you're back? Oh, can I put you on the call?
She's taking a call. She's on the call.
Oh, shit, I got to screenshot this stage right now. Look how the calls are going. So, what Patrice just mentioned is so powerful, guys. And confidence is one of the best outfits to wear. So, while they're all on the call, let's get to introduce my girl, Gloria, really quick. JMarie10k.com. How the heck are you? What did Marie walk into today? Oh, Gloria. Oh, Gloria didn't have a badge on. That's why. Oh, I got it. All right, Gloria, have a badge on.
She kept trying to jump in. I think she was multitasking. Gloria,
yeah, no, she's probably in the middle of something. Gloria, stop me like when you're available to speak.
It will kick.
Okay, disappeared. So.
We can't hear you, 10K.
Yeah, no, she'll probably come back in. So the mic is yours.
Patrice actually said we go. Yes, sir. Thank you so much, 10K. I appreciate you. And I want you all to know, I think it's important when you are in the presence of leadership that you look up to and admire. You give recognition to the wives. Because I have served in the church my whole life and worked very closely with first ladies and helping them do whatever they need, because for whatever reason, they seem to be shunned and put on the outskirts of life in the church. And people don't understand, when that man comes home exhausted, that first lady is there to pick up all the pieces. And when the church wasn't doing anything, she was the one that was there, his ride or die, setting up the chairs and doing everything. So I said all that to say that I'm a firm believer in giving honor to whom honor is due, especially those who you may not see. So and Sean will tell you, when I say, all right, Sean, I'll talk to you later, Mr. 10K, make sure you send a shout out to Queen 10K and Baby Princess 10K. Because let's not get it twisted. He has a family. And I believe that family should be honored. And when you've been trained and you've got proper training and etiquette, you will give honor to whom honor is due. And you will respect that unity. That's really important. Because I've seen a lot of people who don't understand. But that's okay. We got something for them too. Send them to me. But I can tell you, you respect that woman that you may not see. Because you don't know. You don't know. So calm yourself. I'm very protective of first ladies, whether they're in the church, whether they're standing next to, not behind, next to the man in leadership. I have a really strong sense of purpose when it comes to that. So I naturally always migrate towards the wives because I want them to know, number one, I see you. And number two, I understand where you're coming from, even if you stand there in silence. Because silence can say a whole lot. But what Ms. Patrice said was so important too. A lot of people don't know this because I haven't shared it. but I have lost over 140 pounds. I'll let that sit with you for a second. And I did that strategically after I was done raising my children, because weight is one of those things where it has to be, it's a full-time job. And I was very strategic about that, because my ex-husband, and yes, he is an ex now, requested that I stay the size that I was, because he liked that, even if I didn't. And I didn't like it because you look like Jill Scott. I know people didn't get that comment probably last night as to why would she say that. Wherever I went, I was always getting compliments, even at my size, because I was confident. And it wasn't just about confidence. I was very intentional about how I dressed, because I knew my busts were heavier, so I made sure my cleavage was together, because if I bent over, I didn't want, to have that be exposed. But I was a lady, and I liked who I was. And I still like who I was then and who I am now. Now I'm a little ninja boy. I work out all the time. I enjoy it. But I have the time. I don't have kids. I have the time to work out all day if I want to, even though I can't with my job. But what I can say is I like who I was, regardless. You are the only person who can determine who you are. Like who you are. And if you don't, change it. Change it. Do whatever you have to do. Change it. But confidence is something that you can learn if you did not know how to get there. If you're shy, if you say, I'm an introvert, that's okay. But do the best that you can do and work on it. They got YouTube videos for everything, from makeup to how to wear your clothes and all this ninja tactics to suck it in. Oh yes, I'm one of those that'll follow that. But I'm just saying to you, when you want to change who you are, change it. And when my friends see me, they said, yeah, Tiffany, I almost didn't recognize you because I hadn't seen you in years, and you're in a much smaller package. But at the same time, you are the same. Confident, happy, you're the same, because I didn't change. So when you know who you are, even though life may throw you unexpected happenings, and we talked about this last night, where there was an announcement in someone's life that I don't want to be married to you anymore, it happens. But regardless of what happens, once you have poured into yourself and you know who you are, you're able to adapt and adjust. I've been there, done that, got the T-shirt, didn't understand it, but I know who I am. That's why it's so important to follow people on Clubhouse, to listen to the wisdom that has been learned through the years of people's experiences, because you don't know what you don't know. So don't stand there in judgment because you don't know. I found out there are people who are extremely successful right now who were living on the street. Never would have thought it. Living on the street for not a week, for years. And now people look at them and all the shininess and they want to step in. But guess what? They earned that. Find out how they got there. What tools they used to get to where they are. What was that in them? And then go find out who you are, because you are uniquely you. You don't have to copy someone else. You can be inspired by them. But I tell people all the time, even now, they're like, how do you look the way you look having lost the weight? I said, because when I was 140 pounds heavier, almost 300 pounds, I was the same person on the inside that I am at $130. I do fluctuate $130 between $130 and $150, depending on the day and how my weight's going. But all I can say is I'm the same.
Miss
I was
Tiffany,
this person before. Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
You're preaching, honey. You're preaching. I don't mean to cut you off, but I just need you guys to PTR, because you're telling my life story.
Oh, I love it. Jump on in, Queen. Jump on in.
Listen. Okay, I'm getting a red bar. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
You can. We can hear you, Quinn.
So if you check my PTR, the picture of me in the pink is from 2014 when I decided to take control of my life, and that was the very day that I went to go have weight loss surgery. I had the Roux-en-Y gastric bypass, and man, I know I don't look like it on that picture because I was literally like prepped for surgery. Those are my surgery clothes. But I agree with you and Miss Patrice. I had been confident my whole life. I was confident at 430 pounds, right? But I knew I had a goal in mind. I had a vision for my life, and I knew that I probably would not make it to see that vision if I stayed at that size. So I had the courage to go through the full process of getting prepped for that surgery. It's not an easy process, but I made it through. I did not tell anybody, but I think maybe three people knew that were in my life. And then maybe the day before surgery, my sister-in-law made me go tell my mom, and my mom told my sister, and then people knew. But I stuck to what was in my heart, and I knew it was the right thing to do. And it wasn't easy even after having the surgery, but it is such a beautiful experience to get to know yourself even more as you go through the ups and downs of weight loss. And, you know, like you said, Miss Tiffany, you're the same person. I'm the same person in both of those pictures. It's just people can't see you the way you see you sometimes. And so I decided, you know what, I wanna show who I really and truly am, and not in being smaller. No, I want to show people that I ain't no punk. I can go from 430 pounds to probably, I don't even know what my smallest weight was, but 230 pounds. And, you know, that's not that small. It's still a 200-pound difference. I lost a whole grown man because I decided to take control of my life. And, you know, it's been the biggest difference for me. Like, I got a college degree and all of that, but taking this step and remaining confident throughout the whole process, it's been a journey, but I wouldn't trade it for the entire world. So I just want to testify with Miss Tiffany and with Miss Patrice that, you know, being a woman is amazing, and taking control of your life and really going after your dreams. There's nothing like it. So this is Boogie. Those are my words.
Ms. Boogie, you just inspired me to launch a new movement. It's going to be called the 10K Cards Before and After Effect. 10K Cards Before and After Effect. Oh, yes. Because I'm going to want everyone to come on stage and share before and after effect story. Because your fucking story is needed. Your story is needed for anyone who's stuck on the 2014 version of themselves to emerge into the 2021 version of who you can be. So the 10K cards before and after, that's going to become something real that we're going to start probably from tonight. I like to take action now. So tonight we're probably going to launch the 10K cards before and after effect.
I love it.
Guys, to PTR. I think my before and after.
You see what you just did right there? Look at that shit.
Yes.
There you go, Patrice.
Yeah.
There we go.
But
man, Patrice,
yes,
you know, love it.
It's so funny when you look good, you feel good. It fucking shows up in your face as well. No two ways about it.
Oh, you're right. Oh, I have to co-sign to what Boogie just said. And I'm being really clear, the only reason that I decided to lose weight was because my doctor put me on Trulicity for blood sugar. So I was taking basically shots once a week because my type 2 diabetes was out of control. He had put me on lisinopril for high blood pressure, and I was on cholesterol medication. And that was all before I was 55. And I said, there is no fucking way I'm going out like that. And that is really what the catalyst was for me to lose weight, because I wanted to make sure that I was going to be here for my children's children, and for my parents that I'm still fortunate enough to have with me. So I'm speaking.
Miss Patrice, honey, hats off to you. Listen, I was 430 pounds, but according to my doctors, I was healthy. I didn't have sleep apnea. I had normal blood pressure. My weight came from asthma steroids, right? I started taking asthma steroids as a very, very, very little girl because it was really bad. So they had to kind of do what they had to do to survive. But, you know, I grew up thinking, oh, I'm big because I eat too much. And even when I wouldn't eat too much, I just never would lose weight.
You eat less than everybody.
Listen. Preach, Miss Tiffany. But, you know, I grew up with these ideas about myself. And I think I was 28 when I had surgery. So around 27, I started researching these asthma steroids, and when I tell you every issue that I had almost, because I have a lazy eye, and the excess fluid that you hold from your steroids, all of those side effects were right there online, and I'm like, wow, nobody ever explained this to me.
No one tells you. No
one ever told me. So I'm thinking
that's how I gained my weight, was taking one round of steroid prednisone.
Listen,
one round of prednisone changed everything. It messed up my metabolism completely.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And so look, check this out, Miss Tiffany. So I had the surgery, right? I would say maybe 4 or 5 weeks after the surgery. Well, I went back to work after 3 weeks. I told my doctor, I asked my doctor for 6 weeks, he wouldn't give it to me. He was like, no, you'll be fine. You can go back after 3 weeks. So I go back after 3 weeks, and as soon as I go back to work, I come down with pneumonia. So I just got surgery to solve this problem. Now I had pneumonia in both of my lungs. I think it was my right lung. It was full of fluid. And so I had to go back in, be back on steroids. And so I didn't get the results that I necessarily wanted from the surgery, but I still lost the weight. But the steroids, boy, they will really mess with you. And it was such an eye opener for me. I'm like, God, thank you, because I knew it wasn't me. I knew the desire of my heart.
It's the medical community. Mm-hmm.
Listen,
and I had pneumonia too. That's interesting you say that. After pneumonia, they put me on the prednisone and all this other medication because I know they had to solve it. It was a horrible case. But after that, it's like I continued to work out like I always do. It was nothing I could do. The weight just continued to pile on. It was like something out of a movie. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Because my doctor's like, you're healthy as a horse right now. We don't understand why you're gaining weight. I said, well, I don't either. You tell me. So, at some point, I just kept working out and doing what I was doing. And, the reason I think I looked the way I looked at my weight is because I was very active before and after. And now I look great because I've always been active. It wasn't that. It was something that I think what it does, and this is just, you tell me if you co-sign this, this is just me projecting. What I've learned, I believe it destroys your gut bacteria inside of your stomach, and it messes up the way your body processes food, and it cannot metabolize. And then you get infections, because I had gotten an infection that I didn't even know I had. I was like, well, how do you get this? Well, we don't really know. We just know that people that have a weight problem have this. I'm like, that's common? Yeah, 90% of people have this. 3 weeks of antibiotics. Who knows how long it had been there?
Wow.
It messes up your gut. So it messes with your gut bacteria. It's not people. And I tell people, I said, I will come to anyone's defense if I'm in a location, a conference, and someone is being critical of someone that's overweight. Oh, I fly over there like a superhero. Oh, no, you ain't, because it is not her fault. I can guarantee you, it is not her fault. You can go out here and eat like a horse and not gain a pound. She looks at food and inhales it and gains weight. It's a medical condition. It's a medical condition. Because when I went to the treatment program after, it was 2 years ago, and they started running all these tests, and I said, I just need to know, is this my fault? And they said, you have a very healthy diet. Your blood work is stellar, but we guarantee you got this infection. And I said, I ain't got no infection. What y'all talking about? I feel fine. They did the result. They did the test that no doctor had ever tested me for, and it came back positive. I said, what does that mean? They said it means that you need to go on a 3-week course of antibiotics because that's the only thing that's going to get it. It was like a handful of pills every day for 3 weeks. I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. But after the first week, I started to feel better. I didn't even know I felt bad because I've been used to feeling bad for so long. Once I finished that course of treatment, it's like, I'm like, man, I've lost 20 pounds just taking antibiotics. What in the world? There is something medical to this weight issue, I'm telling you, because the numbers don't lie. The test results don't lie. And my doctor said, yes, this is what I see. And I went to a weight management program because I wanted them to say, to look at me from head to toe. They did test from head to toe. I want you to tell me what's going on with my DNA. What's happening? Why have I struggled with this since this point of taking these antibiotics back in 2000? 20-ish. Why? No, not 20-ish, but 2000. And he was here in 2002. Yeah, 2002. Why have I struggled with this weight? And they said it's a medical condition. And the doctor looked at me and held my hand and he said, I want you to know this is not your fault. He was the first doctor ever say that to me. And he said, and now I'm going to prove it to you. I said, please, because I'm from the show. My dad is from the show me state. I need you to show me something.
Wow.
So you're right, Queen. Yes.
Oh, man, if people only knew. I thank you for sharing it. I never heard of an infection as such. I'm definitely going to back channel you to learn more about that. But, honestly, my doctor didn't even tell me that part. He told me, hey, having a weight loss surgery will help kind of fix the issues that you're having as far as, retaining the fluid. And I had a lot of acid reflux, and all of those things were a side effect from the steroids. And so that part, I got fixed. Now I did get back on the steroids, but I still continue to lose weight, thank God. And then, I still feel the effects, but I'm much happier being to something than I am being for something. I was like, God, you know what? I'm not as small as I want to be, and I work at it every day, but I'm going to be happy at this to something, because people don't even understand the process of being that heavy. Like, it's a totally different life. And even now I'm still adjusting, and it's been years since I had the surgery, but I was heavy from, I would say probably from maybe 8 until 28. So I was heavy for 20 years. So getting adjusted to being smaller, it's a lot. It's a lot that you go through mentally. It's a lot that you go through physically. And, like Sean said earlier today, that number 8 thing, you definitely got to push through and keep going. And, like he said, I'm competitive, and I just compete with myself. I want to be better than I was in 2014, 2016, and even yesterday. So I'm excited. Thank you guys for this room. This has been amazing.
Hey, I'm going to jump in real quick. Sean, I know he was like frantically hitting the mic earlier. Oh, here's my husband. So he may have something to say, and I have to jump off for an appointment. So thank you for the space. Guys, thank you for being so receptive to what it is I have to say. It's just my life, so I don't think about it as being anything extraordinary. And my husband's taking me away on a surprise trip this weekend, so looking forward to it. Y'all have a great day. Have fun.
Have fun. Oh, that was wonderful. I really do want us to dig deeper, and it'd be great to have some in the medical community, because their schedules are so crazy. They're busy all day. But there is something that we brought up here that's critical, that we need to help spread the messaging of our experiences, so that others will dig deeper into the causal effects of whatever they've been prescribed. Because back in the day, our communities have been targeted for experimentation of a lot of different drugs. Like, for example, when it comes to birth control, people would rather prescribe, back in the day when I was in college, it was something that they would inject in your arm. I don't know if it's still a thing. It was called Depo-Provera. If you wanted some sort of guarantee not to get pregnant during a certain period of time, married or not. And that was notorious for weight gain. And then in the other community, they're prescribing, other preventative methods that's not putting weight on women. So there's a lot that we can dig into when it comes to not just only weight management, but how to understand that the reason the other culture is so notorious for not having these issues is because they haven't been prescribed all these experimental drugs. They were not targeted like we were.
Our doctors, girl,
come on in.
You preaching. And I definitely want to do an interview about it. I just sent you a back channel. So definitely let's connect and do a room about that. I don't really want to take over 10K stage with this, but I think it's definitely a beneficial conversation to have. I'm super excited about it. I've been wanting to come on Clubhouse and kind of have that talk, but not really wanting to at the same time. But I think it's time. So I'm game. Let's put something on the schedule.
I'll be right there with you, my sister queen, because I walk that same path that you have. I'm very private. It's not because I hide anything, but because I want people to see me first. And I want to ensure that they don't get the wrong impression because, now that, you are where you are now, you can understand this. When you go out there, you genuinely see people for the value that they bring, not just the physical. So when their reaction to you is all about your physical being, you're just looking at them like, now what now? Like when Miss Patrice was talking about how she was, basically being sexually harassed and soft. At first it takes you aback because that's not the reaction that you're expecting, even though there are some people like that. But, I look at them like, in my mind, and this is just my conversation with God, if they couldn't love me at almost 300 pounds and really 280, how can they love me now? How can if you're that superficial, that you only see what you see now, then that's not okay with me. So you had to be okay with me before. And now, actually, my ex-husband had a problem with me losing weight. Every time I lost weight, he lost his mind. I don't know what it was, because my ex-husband's not heavy. He's not overweight. But he liked that. I said, we just don't have to agree to disagree on something. But I was very sensitive to that. So I said, I won't drop it on you like that. And he disagreed with the surgery, because I actually went to the workshop. He went with me, and he was like, there's no way, I cannot co-sign that. And when you are in a contract, which is what a marriage is, you can't just do what you want to with your body. I'm just from that school where the Bible says your body is not your own. Your body is his. His is yours. So I can't just do what I want to do without the brother co-signing on it at the time. Well, now, after being on this side of things, and single, now I can make my own decision. But I did not make that decision during my marriage because I actually respected that my body was not my own. So I did the best I could, worked out, and I was like, well, okay. So, it's true, because you said, you mentioned being single, and I'm single again. And yes, he has regrets, but that's a whole nother story. But what I can say is I still have those beliefs. And that's why I made it a mission to ensure right now in my present state, I am who I want to be. Because what I don't want to do is get into a relationship where you feel like I've deceived you in some way. And then all of a sudden I'm losing this weight and you're like, wait a minute. I want you heavy again. No. So wow. That's why I want people to see. I'm little. Yeah, I'm 5'3¼ and I'm little in size. But I want you to know that I've maintained this size for, quite some time. But I want you to know this is who I am, because I don't want you to get deceived. I'm really clear on people not being deceptive when it comes to relationships. I think it's so important.
I appreciate that, and I agree 100%. You definitely have to be clear. But I want to shift the conversation. I think it's Miss Melissa opening her mic. Miss Melissa, go ahead. I'm going to step out. I just got pinged to another room. I'll be back, though. Definitely great conversation. I followed all of you guys, and I look forward to doing the room with you, Miss Tiffany, and having that discussion.
I think it's brilliant. Queen. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you,
Queen Melissa. I'll be in the background, but I'm gonna be getting ready for an appointment I have at 1:30. But no. I'll be here.
That's all right. That is all right.
10K, are you back?
Okay. Hey, King Sean, are you back?
In the building, but I'm gonna be on mute, so you guys can either take the room or we can look the start closing down, guys.
Cause I'm here to get ready for work. I got to work at 1:30.
So let's give you a chance to present, and then we close the room down. How's that, you?
Thank you.
Okay.
Let's go here. What's up?
She had to step away.
Oh, I got you. Well, it's perfect time to close. Guys, it's always a pleasure being here.
Hello.
What's up, Hugh? Talk to us.
Hey guys, I'm just taking in all the knowledge and wisdom you're dropping, and
I was here saying, I wanted to just quickly share from my heart. Sean, I have like 7 brothers or so, and to be honest, you're like a big brother, you know. So I just genuinely appreciate, all the space you've created for people to learn and come up and, share their experience. And the YCO, I just love the energy and, all the information, and just love that you shared with me just as a person. And I've been challenging myself to level up and grow, and so I do. You guys know that I am the founder and head designer of Morgan Ferguson, and I do bespoke jewelry. Are you still hearing me? I was just getting a call.
Oh, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Right. I do bespoke jewelry for men and women, but I do have a special place in my heart for the women, like clients, because they've always just imparted so much, just this extra part of love, and it's like they see you and they see something, and they see how they can assist you and share with their words and their life experience. So it's like extra special. But I also do graphic design, and I did reach out to Sean and the YCO to offer, because I've been challenging myself that no matter where I am in life, I do always have something to offer. So I wanted to extend at no cost to you, because I know you do, your promotional shirts, Sean, and your logos and stuff like that. So I would be able to do a logo for you at no cost, because it's easy for me. I can do it in my sleep. And I think the YCO, you said you were having something coming up. I would be more than happy to help you with, designing a flyer for social media, logo, or something that my service as a graphic designer can assist you with at no cost. Because I feel like there is something I'm gaining from just being around people who know more than me. They're more focused. They can assist me in just passing on their knowledge and wisdom. And I have been challenging that part of myself that says that, I don't have anything to offer, because I do. And with the help, of course, many people in my life, and with you guys, just saying, hey, remember you have value with how you interacted with me. So I wanted to do that and make that offer. Of course, you can refuse, and that's fine, but I wanted to put that out there for you.
Why the fuck are you trying to block your blessings, bro? God damn it. When you put something out there,
when you say that, no, for sure. I'm just saying.
I'll tell you why. If you don't want to offer it, no. Don't even put that into the universe next time. When you put something out there, one of the secrets to my happiness from you is when I put something out there, I expect positive response for it. I don't put 1% chance of someone rejecting my shit out there. So I want to practice doing that if it makes sense to you. So when you said, I'm offering you guys this, not a problem. I'm going to take you up on that as a rate check. And then when the time is ready, I'll call on you. Don't ever put an offer out there and then give the recipient the room for rejection. Don't do that to yourself. It's a crap way to present yourself there, my brother. Okay? I appreciate everything that you shared. But that thing of if you don't accept, don't even include that in your, don't let those words come out of your mouth again. Cut that shit.
All right. Yeah, man. Respect that, because, yeah, man.
I just want to set you up for success, massive success, my brother, predictable success. And you can cut yourself by jumping in front of you anyway. So that's it, man. But I'm definitely going to take you up on that. Or if I know someone else that can benefit from the logo designs, I'll put them on to you, no big deal. Okay, sir?
Yeah, man. You're more than welcome.
You got to appreciate your fam. Cheers.
Yeah, man.
Tiffany's in the building. Tiffany's coming after you next. That was hard. Watch this.
I'm getting ready for an appointment, but Hugh, you're such a delight. Oh my goodness, you just come into the room and spread light and joy, and you just have such a heart, just a sweet heart for people and service. And I just appreciate you. And Mr. 10K is right. He gets on all of us when we are not projecting our message correctly. He corrects us, and I receive it too. I had to get my whooping the other day too, but it's all good because he's our big brother. He loves us so much, and I tell you, he wants the best for us. And I have grown so much by being in this room myself and discovering and validating who I already knew that I was. But sometimes you doubt it, and he's like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't, Tiffany. No. Stop it. So I can tell you that it all comes from a place of love, and more importantly, it comes from a place of experience, because he's a powerhouse. I'm like, oh my goodness, I just love it. And the way he moves, it's phenomenal. And he will teach you how to move the way you're supposed to move, to leverage, for the purpose of leveraging who you are as a creator, as well as who you are as a sales individual. Because I always said, I'm not a salesman. He's like, stop it. Everybody has something to sell. You're selling by standing there looking. I'm paraphrasing. But what I can say is receive the correction and then adapt and adjust. That's what I do, because I need that feedback. Because sometimes, all the feedback we have is sometimes those who are in this room, because right now we're on lockdown or semi-lockdown or however we're doing it, and we aren't communicating as effectively or in front of people like we were before. So I appreciate that. And thank you so much. I appreciate you here. You're such a sweetheart.
Thank you so much, Tiffany. I'm just operating from that place of, love, and at least my attempt to do that, and challenging myself in that way, that there are wonderful people out there. I can be of service to them. And so much other aspects of growth. So because I, get that vibe from you and from Sean and a lot of the speakers that come in here, I'm gonna, give that back, because it's love and feeling, and I'm gonna share it back. So I really appreciate it, Tiffany, and I just love you for your strength and grace, because that's something that you can pull out all the time. So sincerely appreciate it.
Awesome, Hugh. Awesome, Hugh. Definitely is a great room to be in. And Sean will always correct us and make us better. That's all he's doing. It's making us better. Like this morning when I introduced the competition, he corrected me because I took it as I should have used certain words like partnering with, partnership, sponsoring. Those are some of the words that I did not use, and I could have articulated it better. So he just corrected me and allowed me to correct it and articulate it better. And it's just a growing tool. It's just helping us grow, and it's just helping us be better. And I love it. I'll welcome you to the room. Stay with us. Come in and learn and grow. Definitely learn and grow. My name is Melissa Cole, and I am a credit specialist, and I empower and educate my community on the power of having an excellent credit profile versus them having a great credit score, because what is your credit profile that determines what your credit score is going to be, and it got to be made up beautifully. It has to be made up beautifully. And that's me. And go ahead, Coach, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, but if we're ready to go, well, let's go.
Yeah. Sean, are you there to close out, or are we just going to close the room?
I'll leave it to you to close it, Queen. I'm just here on mute.
Okay. Queen Wise, anybody in the audience, do you have any questions or anything to add to the value of the topics that were discussed today? Okay, let's see. All right. Anybody coming up would like to come up? All right. So no one's coming up to introduce themselves. We thank you for joining our room. We are here Monday through 7 days a week. 10K cards. Come on out, 10 a.m. Monday through Sunday, Sunday to Sunday, 10 p.m. and 10 a.m. Closing out. Y'all have a good one. Bye.
Babaan ba? Babaan. Yan mo siya mo. Ito kawayo na. Kawawa naman inaway mo. Pero may tanong akong away. Hindi mo namin na siya. Hindi mo namin na pangaway. Nanti lo ang tao ay kayo ginalang. Ano pa ito ginawa? Kaya ka lang pala. Yan. Ito ang